Before wrapping things up and meeting with Michael Ruhlman, I sampled more of the incredible food at the event. Thankfully, I had saved up enough of an appetite to savor what Boston's award-winning chef, Tony Maws, was going to offer.
Tony, the pleasure is mine.
Absolutely, pleasure's all ours.
What do we have here? What do you got cooking?
So this is our rendition of Kasha varnishkes. So traditional would have been, my grandmother would be bow tie pasta with Greek groats, parsley, chicken fat, lots of onions. So what we did is we made our own buckwheat pasta.
You made?
Absolutely. So buckwheat, casarecce, which is this shape, just doing something a little bit different.
Okay.
Chicken confit, still the groats cooked with schmaltz, gribbinus, onions, the whole bit. Just another variation on the theme.
Your bubby would be proud. She'd be wicked proud.
Well, if that were the case, because I miss her dearly, that would make my year.
Now, was your grandmother one of the reasons that you went into culinary, you became a chef?
Yeah, you know, when I was growing up, it wasn't, speaking of, what's going on? How are you? Hey, he's asking me some questions. I'll be right with you, okay? I'm glad you're here. That's my son.
Hey! It's all in the family.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was a kid, it wasn't cool, or no one knew that this thing of wearing this jacket was like a job that you could do. There was no food TV or anything like that.
A nice Jewish boy does not grow up to be a chef.
So it wasn't even a conversation. But that said, you know, I've always been completely in love with food, and being in my grandmother's kitchen was a treat. You know, we used to like secretly, you know, wish that she'd call on us to like help her with the whipped cream or whatever, fold the matzo balls.
Oh, so she cooked a lot.
She did. I mean, she was that grandmother, you know, last of a dying breed. So I just fell in love with food, and being in her place, you know, always that kind of thing, the smells. And then I think part of it was also the ritual of when she was cooking, there were a whole bunch of us that ended up around the table. And whether it was the food or the association of being with family and laughter and that kind of celebration, how can you not fall in love with that?
Of course.
So, you know, of course, you skip ahead years later and you sort of put these things together. My love for food never died, and my love for making people happy never died, and here we are. What
was the pivotal point for you that you said that you wanted to be a chef?
It's a great question. There wasn't one. I kept, you know, I followed a path of what I thought I was supposed to do. I went to college, and, you know, but didn't ever click with one thing. I kept on falling back into restaurants. And I was working in one place. I was actually in the front of the house at the time because I was just trying to save some money so that I could keep on like going to Europe, eating more food. and the chef that I became friendly with, you know, knew that I had cooked. I mean, I had cooked through high school and parts of college and stuff like that. And literally looked at me one day. He's like, you know, you talk about food, you think about food. Would you just do this? Would you just cook? And it's like I needed that switch to go. Like someone had to give me permission for me to be able to think, like, really, like I could.
So you needed someone to give you a blessing?
In a way. So there, yeah, it's a mitzvah. There you go. Perfect. And the next thing you know, I'm in this crazy life, and I've never looked back. So it's been a wild ride. And you know, obviously, I never thought that. I didn't know what I thought. I just thought that if I started doing something that I liked, and I was blessed that my parents just wanted me to start doing something that I liked, and it all worked out.
You have a new restaurant open.
I do.
Why don't you tell me about it?
So a nice Jewish boy opens up a restaurant called the Kirkland Tap in Trotter. With you know, a lot of Pigfoot type theme stuff in there, but sorry, Bubba. But it's a great place. It's a casual place. It's you know, I just want to say it's like the casual sister to what Craigie on Main's about. You know, still rolling up the sleeves, still not afraid to put anything on the plate, but maybe the plate of themselves are a little bit less ornate. Music's a little bit louder, the bar's a little bit bigger. It's that kind of joint. And I love them both.
Now, Tony, before I go, I have to try this.
Yes.
I'll make kasha for myself for breakfast.
So again, buckwheat, the casarecce pasta that we make, buckwheat groats, chicken confit. Not how your bubby made it.
Let's see. I am never going to be able to make regular kasha varnishkes ever.
They work, right?
This is the ultimate. It's not only about food, it's about family.
It's about family too.
Tony, an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
See you soon.
Thanks, bye.
Food Biker is a part of this complete breakfast.